show. Hey everyone, you are watching episode 6 of Boss Rush. I'm Jett from inthirdperson.com. With me to the I can never get the air. With me over on the left is Jason from downstab.com.
Hello.
And John at Hotfire on everything on the internet.
That's me.
Yeah. John,
That
what's
is
going
you.
on with you? What's new?
Nothing. Basically, I've been playing a bit of Zelda.
Hold
that's
on.
definitely gonna
Game stuff later.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I'm starting a new job on Monday,
Oh,
actually.
whoa, nice.
Yeah, I've been off for about 2 weeks on a little vacation between jobs, and I start Monday at my new place, so I'm kind of excited about that.
Awesome.
Legit.
Yeah, same industry, just different company. So,
Okay.
Yeah, should be good.
Great.
Cool.
How about you, Jason? What's going on?
Actually trying to look for possibly a new job, so that's good.
Oh.
And I haven't really talked about it too much, but I have tried to keep playing Magic the Gathering, the trading card game.
Okay.
But it's been a good while. But my friends and I we bought a box, so we're gonna draft on Saturday. So I'm
Nice.
pretty excited to play. I don't know if you guys have ever played, but it's been a hobby of mine since I think, middle school. So like maybe in the 90s, and then like on and off since then. And when I got to college, I played a lot with some of my college classmates. But then I had to make a decision with them, and I'm like, yo, I can't do like video games and Magic. It's too expensive. So I picked games, but then occasionally just picked up a pack here and there. Or, I don't know. The good thing is, I had my deck, so I could just keep playing. So we would occasionally play here and there, and I think a friend really kind of into it. So we're going to try to play this weekend. I'm looking
Awesome.
forward to that. Yeah. Wish me luck that we get the best cards.
Yeah. I don't play Magic the Gathering, but isn't there like the one super rare card called the Black Lotus or something like that?
Black Lotus. Yeah, it's from the original Alpha set. So it's I mean, it kind of makes sense, but like when the games first came out, they weren't really as good at projecting to the future with what cards would do. So to put it into perspective, like a good, like most good cards would take like maybe 4 or 5 mana to like cast, and you can only technically like lay down 1 mana per turn. So in order to play that 5 mana card, you probably need to have like 5 turns to get to have that much mana in your pool.
Okay.
But Black Lotus was a card that just gave you 3 mana like instantly, and you could have like multiples of them, and it was kind of ridiculous. And then another good example of like old cards that are no longer like anywhere near as like, I don't know, they're like crazy powerful. In current Magic, usually there's a card that lets you take an extra turn. It takes about 5 or 6 mana, and then in the original set, it only took 2. And so it was just all those old cards became like super expensive and super hard to find. So
Okay.
yeah,
Because
I don't have any of those, unfortunately.
All right. I've never played Magic the Gathering, and the only thing I can contribute to this conversation is that there's a popular board game store in the Greater Toronto area called 401 Games, and a couple of years ago they had 2 copies of that card.
Really?
The cheap one was like $6,000, and the mint condition one was $13,000.
Yeah, I bet. I think one recently sold for like 16,000 or something like that. So
Man.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's
I don't.
unreal.
Yeah, it is totally unreal. Like I don't know why anyone would really want that, but whatever.
To collect.
People have a lot of money, to collect, but it's just a piece of cardboard.
If anyone would know
Yeah.
anything about collecting, it would be you, man.
That's true. I guess I know the answer, but I feel like that's kind of ridiculous. So, yeah.
It's been a really busy week for me. A couple days ago, I went off on a camping trip and with my wife and my friends. It was really awesome because one, there was a meteor shower throughout the weekend, which is part of why we did it, and we saw dozens of different meteors flying
cool.
across the sky. Up until that point in my life, I'd only seen one meteor, and we saw dozens, and there was just one epic one that literally lit up the sky and was huge and just streaked across, and it was like one of the only ones all 4 of us saw at the same time. So it was a really cool moment to share with each other.
That's cool.
The sort of not so cool but makes for a great story is that we went to the beach and we were walking back towards the shore, and there was this guy who had a snake with him, and there are debates about how long this snake is. I say it is 8 feet. My wife says it is 4. It's probably somewhere in the middle, but still, it is not a small snake. And this guy had it around his neck at the water, and then he put the snake in the water as other people are swimming in the water.
What was he holding on to the snake?
No, he just let go of the snake in the water at the beach.
Why?
As you do.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Come on, Jake. Come on, Jett. You never let your snake go in the water.
Oh man.
Must be a Canadian thing.
No. This was in Port Dover, if that colors your perception at all, or gives you some more context as to why this would happen.
It does for me.
It's more gray than it was to begin with.
So to give you some context, Jason, for the Canadian life, Port Dover is biker central in at least Ontario. So this is a town of about 20,000 people, and on Friday the 13th, every Friday the 13th, all of the bikers in the area, just like not even the area, the province, all make the pilgrimage to this one town, to the point where there's about 200,000 people in this town at any given during that day.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it is just rammed with dudes on Harley Davidsons the whole time.
Yeah.
Why Friday the 13th?
I guess it's
just
biker day.
Evil enough or something? I don't know.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross. Dark Diamond says, why that guy snake polluted. I whether it pollute, maybe the snake pooped in the water. I don't really care. There's a snake. By virtue of the snake being in a public beach, it shouldn't have been there at all.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
is a little weird.
Definitely strange.
I would have been okay with it anywhere, like even on the beach, just on your shoulder, fine. Just don't put it in the water, man. That's like horror movie stuff.
Yeah, why? What if it just didn't come back? Then why there's
or
not a snake, but you lost your pet. Yeah, or that.
Oh, one of my friends said like, oh, it's just a boa constrictor. It's not gonna like poison bite anyone to death or anything. Like that might be worse. It's just gonna choke you out.
Yeah. Or like you might get it wrapped around your leg and freak out. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back
anyways.
to John and talk about less scary things. Like what game was it you were talking about just now?
Oh, Zelda. I've been playing. We've already talked a lot about Zelda, obviously, and my brother covered it when he played it. But
you haven't, though.
I have not. No, and this game is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great.
Like nothing. Like I don't know. It's one of those games where you just kind of get lost in it, and you're looking around, going, "Oh my goodness, it's 2:00 in the morning. I should probably put this away." You know, like. Just one more tower, just one more something, anything. It's just, it's so addictive. It's everything you do is very addictive in this game.
How far are you in it?
So I have done 2 of the. So I'm not sure what they're called. The divine beasts, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've done the Goro one, and I've done the Zora one. So I think it's the spider or the scorpion and the elephant. I think it is.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just like I don't think it's. Well, I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's
it's
okay.
phenomenal.
Hold on. Wait. We have something for this. All right.
The
Spoiler tag is up.
There it is.
You've been warned.
So in the Zora one where you're doing the elephant, you got to ride those waterfalls and shoot the arrows. That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
That's just
cool.
It's so addictive.
Yeah, it's fun. I think I started out with the Zora one. I think that was the first one I did.
That was
the
first one I did.
Yeah. It was really cool, and I like the openness of that. You could just go wherever you wanted to, like whenever you wanted. I thought it was really cool. And I don't know. I think it's a testament to the game that like people are still talking about it. I know, John, you're like just playing it, but like even news outlets cover like, oh, this person did this thing, and this new game, and yeah, it's just cool. Like almost a year and a half later, and people are still finding new stuff to do.
Oh, it's phenomenal. And cooking is so much more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Just throw stuff together, and you got a pie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Diamond, I see your comment there. John, don't look at the chat right now. Not Dark Diamond, not that I want to not say what you're saying here. John hasn't finished the game yet. We will have that conversation once he gets there.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's your relationship with past Zelda games, John?
I've played. I actually really enjoyed on the 3DS there. A Link in Time. Is that what it was?
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening. 3DS.
No,
Link Between Worlds.
Between Worlds. That's the one. Yeah, I thought that was sort of. a fresh take, but it still had that sort of old school feel to it. And yeah, I hadn't played a Zelda game in, oh my gosh, forever. I think I played the last one on Super Nintendo, maybe.
Yeah. Well, you picked a good one to end on, so.
Yeah, really. And I never played any of the Wind Walker or anything like that, or Wind Waker. Wind Walker.
Waker.
It's Wind Waker.
Waker. There you go. I never
Clearly.
played any of those, and yeah, it's, I don't know. The last two games, I guess I chose good ones, but yeah.
You certainly did. A Link Between Worlds is one of my favorite Zelda games. It feels like comfort food of just like I
It
really
does.
like of the sort of tradition. Well, yeah, of the kind of traditional formula for Zelda of the last 20 years. That one feels like a really good encapsulation of that, and in modern times. And then Breath of the Wild feels like us veering off into a new direction.
Yeah, totally agree.
And I think the direction Zelda needed to go.
Oh, for sure.
You know, not so much that original pacing and sort of visual experience, but this is just a whole new world now. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point to bring up. I feel like I hope Nintendo makes another game similar to Breath of the Wild, but I also hope that they give us the single player like story driven traditional Zelda, because I feel like that's such a cool world. So I don't know if I necessarily want to see Breath of the Wild become the brand new only this type of game. I want to see, I don't know, let's just say like Ocarina of Time 2. Like I want to see that again, because they can tell good stories, and I think there's something to be said about a structured like story driven game, and I think you can make it special, and that's such a special world. So please keep making those two.
Yes, I agree.
I think what the next frontier is Nintendo trying to find a way to make more story matter in the Breath of the Wild format. I think that most of the game story is, well, I loaded up the game and then I walked north and then I ran up into all these other things, and that's the brunt of the story, with maybe like you unlock a memory here and there. I think there's probably more that they could do to put story into specific moments to make that matter more, or guide people a little more. Without having to go, you're on this adventure and you have to hit dungeon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be a way to do that.
Yeah.
And make it like engaging enough to not feel like you're being railroaded or the story's too weak. Yeah. The future.
Yeah.
Have you been playing anything else, John, that you want to talk about on the show, or that it?
I've been playing a little bit of Lego City Undercover. I know I didn't tell you this before that.
Oh no.
But
that's okay.
That's okay. But also, I'll keep it brief. Fantastic little Lego game for the Switch. But no, not. Did I tell you anything else? I don't remember.
No, that you just said Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, no, that's it. But it was literally just today I started playing the Lego one. But it's good. We can talk about that after or another time.
Yeah, we'll do that on the next show for sure.
Get the B-reel.
Yeah, I didn't have the video ready.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So for those watching behind the scenes, like I've got B-roll for all of these games, but it does take a couple of hours to get all of that stuff. So it's a really big deal for me to like, okay, what are you guys playing so that I can account for it on the show?
Sorry, man.
That's okay.
AKA, way to go, John.
I know, ruined everything.
How about you, Jason? What have you been playing?
Yeah, it's almost embarrassing to say, but I started to play Fallout Shelter on the PS4.
Okay.
But
nice.
I know, right? It was free, it came out a couple months ago, something like that. And Laura was playing it, and so I saw it, and I had previously played on my iPhone when it came out, 2 years ago, something like that.
All right.
Pretty heavily, like got to the point where I'm like, I'm done with this game. Like I've played it so often, but the seeing her played it kind of reminded me of, I don't know, how fun it kind of was. And then since that game came out and I stopped playing up to this one, they added like some new quest features and other really pointless things to just eat up your time. So I was like, oh, I kind of want to see what it's like. So I kind of got into it, and I think we're both enjoying kind of watching our vaults grow. So if you haven't played the game, it's essentially a kind of like almost like a Farmville game, but it's set in like the Fallout universe. So you make a vault and you add rooms like power stations and water purification areas, and cafeterias. And then you have vault dwellers that come, and then you will assign them to rooms to work in the vault, or you'll send them out to the wasteland to get gear and experience or fight dwellers. or go on quests, just stuff like that. And I think if you enjoy the Fallout universe, it's kind of worthwhile. I think if nothing else, it's kind of a game.
Oh, Jason, you're breaking up.
Hey, can you still hear me?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I think you got to be a little closer to the mic, otherwise your audio's like cutting out.
Microphone. Yeah. So if you enjoy like the Fallout games, it's kind of nice because they give you a little bit more flavor if you know what is happening. Like so, for example, earlier yesterday, I just had a quest where I had to go speak with Three Dog, who was in Fallout 3. He's like the Galaxy News radio announcer. And so like you go to him and there's actually kind of an in-game Fallout Shelter exclusive story with like raiders and stuff like that. So it's kind of neat. I mean, it's very like Fallout mini, but
Okay.
if you like it, it's kind of cool. And if nothing else, it's getting me kind of excited for Fallout 76, which I will definitely buy.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
that looks.
I don't know if you guys looked into it, but that game looks so hot. And yeah, I am I am super into the Fallout universe. Ever since the first one came out on PC, it's been, I don't know, definitely a top franchise of mine.
Just want to chime in real quick here. Dark Diamond says you shouldn't be afraid to say it. It's a cool game.
Legit cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's nice too because like having played like Farmville and all the other Facebook old stuff, it's kind of nice that it can be very hands off. Like you can only spend like 5 minutes with it, and the game will keep going when you're not playing, and you still feel like you're getting significant gains, as opposed to having to sit there and just like tap 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 tap, and like if you don't do that, you're like missing out. I think Fallout does a good job, and it's free. I mean, you can't complain with it being free.
Best price.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I have not played any of the Fallout games. I'm pretty sure I have Fallout 3 here.
Oh my God, it's so good. If you like Skyrim, I feel like you might as well just play this one.
I think I tried New Vegas once, but I
New
didn't.
Vegas is good.
Didn't
Yeah,
beat
I
it
have,
or get very far.
Yeah, I have literally beaten every single one of them, including Fallout Tactics and
Really?
Battlefield that no one ever plays. Yeah, and a lot of people like New Vegas. I like New Vegas a lot, but I think I still enjoyed Fallout 3 a bit more, which I feel like I'm in the minority for that. But they're all really good. I was really rooting for E3 for them to announce a Switch port, but obviously that didn't happen. I know. I think that'd be really cool. Hopefully. I mean, they did just announce whatchamacallit, Diablo 3. So like, I'm sure the games can come out.
I don't know how many more times I can play that game.
Yeah.
You
We
know?
bought Diablo 3 literally 3 times, so might as well buy it 4 more and get another one.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. I just getting on Diablo 3. Like I would totally buy it for Switch if you could transfer your characters over and just play. What you just keep going, because that's just a cool idea. Like I could just keep playing my paladin or my necromancer and I don't know on the Switch, but it's not gonna happen.
Is
I'll
it all
start
tied to
over.
like a Blizzard account though?
Well, your Blizzard account, yeah, you tie it to there, but it's like unique per game. So like Laura and I have PS4 and we have PC, but you can't like cross them.
Okay.
And like it's cool that you can't play together, but I just kind of wish you could at least have one account that liked all your characters, but you can't do that.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I
know.
Back to Fallout. One Christmas, my brother and I got greatest hits copies of Fallout 3 and Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and I ended up not playing either of them. My brother played both, and I thought I had Fallout 3 here. I don't, but this is not part of our show and tell segment. I do have 2 copies of 50 Cent Blood on the Sand.
The only thing better than 1 copy of 50 Cent's Blood on the Sand.
You had to have spent at least 2 cents to buy those. It's sad. Actually, I've heard those games aren't that bad.
They're okay. It is
Yeah.
surprisingly okay, and it has a curse word button, and you can unlock different curse words for each character. It's pretty funny.
As it
The
should be.
goals in
Yes.
life.
It is.
I know, right?
It is a decent game. I would love to see a sequel or something, but that's probably not going to happen because who cares about 50 Cent anymore?
Yeah, really. What is he even
Really?
doing nowadays?
Oh man. Okay, we're gonna have a chat about 50 Cent here. So, I subscribe to Sirius XM Radio, and one of the channels on there is Shade 45 by Eminem. And I believe 50 Cent is still associated with Eminem. He might still be on the same record label, maybe not. But they still play 50 Cent music during DJ Who Kid's show on Saturdays and Sundays, which is like the G Unit DJ.
Mhm.
And so you guys may have not been paying attention, but 50 Cent has been putting out new music almost every week for like the last 6 years.
What?
Really?
He is
Jeez.
prolific. He has not given up on his music career. And
Great. Yeah.
no one cares. And
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I mean his
like-
music isn't even bad. It's just the world has moved on from what he's trying to do, and when he does try and
Mhm.
keep up with the trends, he just sounds like old man trying to look hip, and then
Yeah.
all his old
Yeah.
stuff just doesn't hit like it used to.
What,
Doesn't he have like $1 million or $1 billion in vitamin water sales or something like that? Isn't that where he
Oh,
makes
yeah.
money?
I thought I heard of that too.
He has made some very good investments throughout his career. I don't know
feel
how
like
much.
he was in the news recently. Didn't he win like an award? Was he like a producer or something?
Ooh, for Power,
It's like-
maybe.
I gotta look this up. Oh yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, people seem to really like that
yeah.
show.
Yeah, the show. I've never seen it. I don't know.
The only guy to release 6 years of unnoticeable music.
Yeah.
That Oh
Oh.
man, while we are on hip hop, there was a news story about Busta Rhymes in the last 2 or 3 years having unpaid studio bills of like 300 hours of studio time or something like that, and I'm like,
Ugh.
wait, Busta Rhymes made music? Like, where did that go? What did he make?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
And he raps so fast, he wouldn't need 300 hours of studio time. He could do it in like 60 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. God, Buster Rhymes. I only know. I think it's called Woo-Ha. That's the only
Got
one
you
I
all
know.
in
I
check.
got y'all in
Gotcha.
check.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I
Man,
remember that the video has a little dude running around too. Wow. No one in this audience is gonna understand what we're talking about.
No, unfortunately.
yeah, I don't 90s hip hop. We should just do a separate show on that. That would be awesome. We can talk
Yeah.
about all the. I love me some Bling era Puff Daddy and lots of stuff. Anyway, what other stuff have you been playing? Jason?
Anyways, yes, I also several months ago picked up a copy of the remake of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the 3DS.
Okay.
Nice.
So I started playing that. I haven't played it too much, just a couple hours, but it's cool. And I had only played the original Superstar Saga on emulator, and got a good ways in, but never beat it, just because I don't like emulators; they're kind of lame. But it's cool, and this new one is kind of nice. And I know there's that separate Bowser's Minion like side story. I haven't played it yet because I thought I wanted to play the original game first, but I feel like I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not familiar with the story, but it looks different. Like something about the game, like the overall story is the same, but I feel like I don't remember quite it playing out like it did. So I guess it's more of maybe an enhanced remake as opposed to just a straight up port. I mean, visually it's way better, and the controls are better because they take advantage of the touchscreen because the original game was on the Game Boy Advance, and they add all new buttons, which is really great because now you could jump together, which was super freaking annoying in the original. Yeah, no, it's good, and I would say it's the better of the series of RPG Mario games outside of the Paper Mario series, because I think Paper Mario peaked around the GameCube era and then just kind of fell down. Whereas I felt like Mario and Luigi, that series kind of stayed steady the entire time. But yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a pretty good little RPG, and it's always the Mario ones are always kind of like tongue-in-cheek funny. That's good. So it's good. I'll let you know more I play.
Okay, I have not played a Mario RPG game since Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo. Almost out of spite, because I'm still holding out hope that Nintendo will make a Super Mario RPG 2.
Yep, for sure. I know I
hope
wasn't
so.
there for your E3 bingo, but that was one of my tiles was Mario RPG 2 is announced. Yeah. I feel like the situation is like right. Like Nintendo and Square are on good terms. Mario is, still huge. The Switch is big. Octopath Traveler is really big. I don't know, man. Bring them back.
This is a good time for that. You're right.
Yeah.
Ah,
John, do you have any
true.
experience with any Mario RPG game?
I did play Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo as well.
All right.
It's there's
legit.
something so different about it being a Mario RPG than any other RPG. It's like a whole different
Yeah.
feeling or something. It's cool.
Yeah. I remember the first time I remember playing it, I was visiting my family in Pennsylvania, and like all I wanted to do was play that freaking game. And like my cousin who was younger, we would go up into his I think it was his like extra guest room, and we would play it. And I remember you'd level up and you get to pick, do you want to level up your HP, your attack power, or like flower power? And we would always pick HP. And we would be like, why would you pick anything else? So we would get to the, like in this trip that took like 5 days, we actually ended up beating the game. We played it so much. But we got to the end and just got our butts whooped because, we only had HP. So we're like, oh God. So we had to like stack up on mushrooms to heal and stuff. But yeah, it was fun. Very, very memorable. And the art style was so cool.
Mm-hmm. That isometric view with the 3D rendered Mario, sort of Donkey Kong Country-esque.
Yeah.
And it had Boshi in it, that evil Yoshi. He had glasses?
Yeah, and he was like purple.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. Then everyone likes Gino, kind of likes Mallow. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing. I would get critical hits with Gino that just had 9999 damage, thinking it was the coolest thing ever.
His little like gun arm and you shoot out at you. Yeah. Oh man, my a coworker at work, obviously at work, he said that if you guys watched the last Nintendo Direct about Smash, or the one prior, I can't remember which one he was saying, but Sakurai was sitting in front of like some pillows on like a couch, and people were like super analyzing it, and they're like, hey, these pillows were like, one was blue and one was gold or something like that, and so it's hinting at Gino being the next character announcement, and there's just all these like super weird fan theories, but I was thinking like that would be so cool. Like I think he'd be a great addition to that game.
It would. Anything Super Mario RPG related, I'm all for.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess, Dark Diamond shouts out Smash. Did you guys watch the last Direct at all?
Dude, literal goosebumps. Anyways, you go. I've talked too much.
No, I mean, go for it.
You're probably the resident Smash expert. I am not the guy for
Smash.
that series.
Love Smash. That being said, I did not draft Smash Brothers in my 64 draft. But yeah, I know. No, man, I was watching it in this TV right over there, and I was sitting there with Laura, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be Castlevania, isn't it? Like I was just ready for it, and then oh man, when they showed it, it was so cool because I absolutely love Castlevania as a series, and that's such a cool mashup, and I think it'd be a cool addition. So I'm hoping that we get a couple more character announcements, but even if we don't, like what more can you ask for? I mean, they added everything that you wanted, and I mean all the musical tracks are gonna be in there too,
like
and
800 songs.
Yeah,
that's
and you
insane.
Can, I feel like it's a silly addition, but they said that you have the ability to put the Switch in like a standby mode and still listen to music from that. I would totally do that and just be like, yeah, let's just stream high quality like Castlevania music all day long. Like, why not? It'd be so cool. Yeah, I will buy that day one. Absolutely, we can play that game together.
Yeah. Dark Diamond chimes in and says, my brother was so disappointed when they made Zero an assist trophy.
Oh yeah, I know.
Some totally get it.
Yeah, and Shovel Knight. Yeah. So
if anything, Zero would be a better fit in Smash than Mega Man. But hey, you can play Zero as Zero in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
It's true. He's also in Tatsunoko. Yeah. I don't know. I think Mega Man is a great addition. I think Jett's wrong.
But I just mean in terms of tool set, like, hey, he's got a blaster and he has a sword. He can do actual melee.
But there's like 7 Fire Emblem people. They all have swords too.
That's a different discussion.
There's 3 links. Yeah. Anyways, that could be a whole Smash Brothers boss rush later on.
Yeah. I do have a pre-order for that game, even though I don't really play much Smash Brothers. I think knowing what I know now about fighting games and having an understanding of how to play them has really warped my ability to play Smash Brothers. I just sit there, and I just can't grasp how to play Smash Brothers relative to other fighting games because it's so different. Also, JJ just popped in on Skype. I wonder if we can pull him on the show.
Ooh.
I mean, it would break my templating, but if he wants to chime in halfway through, that would be cool.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying about Smash because I felt the same way. Like when it first came out, I felt like there was some kind of skill that I just had innately from playing like Street Fighter, so it kind of made sense. Like you know, like read and baiting and stuff like that. But then after like Brawl and then Wii U came out, I just kind of lost interest. I felt like it wasn't like because the game was lesser. It's just that I wasn't good anymore at it. Because it kind of took on its own new approach to fighting games, but I respect that, and I think that being said, I still only really play with items and everything on too, because I love the chaos.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun.
John, do you have any plans on picking up Smash Bros?
I never really got into it when it originally came out, but I've played it more with my girlfriend's little cousins and stuff like that now, and it's that's how I've sort of been shown this game, really. I mean, I never played it when it came out, and I never really had any interest in it, but I can totally see how you can get hooked on this kind of stuff, and just the multiple people at the same time playing, and the atmosphere in the room, like it's just, there's something about it that's hard to match.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm excited for that.
All right. So I've been playing a lot. Oh,
I was gonna let you call in JJ or no?
I sent him a message.
Join us.
I waved at him, and if he responds, then we can try and set it up. Otherwise, we will just continue. But yeah, JJ, if you're watching this, join the show, please. You can join. We'll even put you in on the game. It might be a pain in the butt to set him up because I have to hot. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've been playing some games too. One of them that we should talk about is this little game called Overcooked 2, the sequel to Overcooked. And I really enjoyed the first game, but I had some really big problems with the first one. I think in particular, I found it to be overly difficult, especially considering the game has such mass appeal to it. I feel like unless you're playing with a group of hardcore gamers, you're not beating that game. And I felt the scoring requirements were too high, and it just felt like an artificial way of gating that game from other people who wanted to play it, especially since, like, my mom loves Overcooked, for example, and at some point I will have her on the stream playing with me and my brother, and maybe you guys too.
Good.
That is awesome idea.
Sure.
Can't wait for her to completely embarrass me on the internet. Nice. Which is it's inevitable. But what they've done in Overcooked 2 is, like, I feel like the levels are actually harder than the first one, but they've lowered the scoring requirements so that, like, within the star counts and how much stars you need to unlock the next set of levels, they're really low until the very end of the game, and then they ramp up really fast, but by that point you've probably got enough stars to get through to the end. So it is a much more reasonable difficulty curve for, I think, the larger audience who's playing this game. And then on top of that, it also has an arcade mode, which you can immediately access every level in the game, but it's random select. So you will pick, like, World 6, and then it'll give you one of the levels in that world at random. So even if you don't end up beating the main story mode, you will still have access to all of its content, which is greatly appreciated.
So in the stream you have, what is this at the bottom left? Your plate's, like, on fire? You're getting, like, a streak bonus or something?
Okay. So one of the ways I used to cheese out the first Overcooked was that there would be a whole bunch of different orders, and based on timing or circumstances, I would usually go for, like, whatever the easiest one was to squeeze out a few extra points. What the game has now is a tip multiplier. So if you stick to the orders in order, you will get extra money.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's trying to keep you on track so that you are playing it in order. Or giving you a reason to do so.
Oh. That's good. And it looks like there's a, like, quality of life update. Like, you have, like, a point decay for each order in the top. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Each little bar?
Yeah,
that's good.
Nice. Some of the biggest changes to this game the biggest change is throwing. You can now throw raw ingredients or anything chopped to each other, and that becomes a really big part of the game throughout. So there's going to be instances where the level's split in half, and I'm gonna have to throw something to John, or it's actually more efficient to just, like, from across the room throw something directly into a pot.
Yeah. Nice. You can, like, it actually can go in?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And you can throw it at John, and John can catch it in midair, or sometimes it's just, like, at the start of the game, I'll take a whole bunch of stuff and just throw it on the floor on the other side so that someone can pick it up later, and I can keep doing my thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
There's also a couple of levels that have mixing in them, so now it's like, I'm baking a cake. I need to put flour in a mixer, put eggs in a mixer, put chocolate in a mixer, then take that mix and then bake it.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So I think this version of Overcooked, especially now that it has online play, if you're playing in a private group, you can play the entire story mode as a group online. And you can play with strangers. in the arcade mode, it's pretty much better than the first one in every way.
Kind of looks like it, like what a sequel should be. Yeah.
Yeah. And John, I know you've picked it up as well. What do you think?
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating sometimes.
Perfect response.
Yeah, it's and I can't stress that enough. It's extremely frustrating sometimes. But the joy of actually finishing something or getting that order out when you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing when you start, and then you sort of figure it out. And now, okay, I got this. It's kind of a, I don't know. It's a great feeling. It's addictive.
It's great. It's best with at least people you can talk to, and at that point you can say like, all right, you go chop this stuff, I'm gonna cook this thing and then wash the dishes in the background, and then you do the next thing, and so on and so forth.
But for sure.
I found playing it online with strangers is really hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So at some point, the next boss rush, we will play Overcooked 2 together, even if it's just you and me, man.
For sure.
Does Matt have it?
Yeah, he does too. I believe he does. Yeah.
Okay, at the very least, us three should do it. I'm gonna guess JJ also has it on the Switch, but he's really busy nowadays. So.
Oh, I am in though, man. Yeah, if we can figure it out, let's do it.
Okay, great.
If you get it on PS4, I'll play.
If it goes on sale for dirt cheap on PS4, I double dip.
Yeah, for sure.
Couple other things we've been playing. I played some Dragon Ball Fighters on the Nintendo Switch. So this was just a beta, and I think the thing going into it that I was really curious about was how good it was going to look. I think Dragon Ball is one of the most impressive looking games on modern consoles because it looks better than the anime.
Very iconic. Yeah.
And on the Switch, I was stunned. It looks almost identical. Like if you're squinting really closely, you'll see parts where it's a little jaggy, but otherwise it runs like the exact same.
No, it looks great on your stream right now. It's
this is direct feed from the Switch version, and it's pretty much you cannot tell the difference between this and the PS4. And it plays pretty much it plays the same. So all of the things I really like about Dragon Ball Fighters is here. Also, the things I don't like are also here as well. But I do think overall it's a really great fighting game, especially if you are on the casual / beginner level of fighting gameplay. It has some stuff in there that works really well for people just starting out, and everything you do just looks super cool.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I'm enjoying watching this right now. To be honest, like it's actually quite fun.
Yeah.
Dang.
So this is out. I think it's either out at the end of this month or at some point in September, and I think the Switch is weirdly becoming a really strong platform for fighting games. Between this and Street Fighter Legacy Collection, Pocket Rumble, what was the one that Dave Sterling? Fantasy Strike is coming out soon. Skullgirls is coming out at some point this year.
But SNK,
all the SNK games are well, the Heroines game kind of looks like trash, but there's a lot of good fighting game stuff on the Switch. If you are in, oh man, this Goku level 3 Super looks so good with the huge Kamehameha.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Legit.
Otherwise,
it has a lot of damage.
Blaze Blue. Blaze Blue. Cross Tag Battle is on the Switch, and IMO. I think that's a better game. But Dragon Ball is going to be a really great pickup on the Switch.
You playing with a Pro controller?
Right now, yes.
Gotcha.
I've heard some things. There is a Mayflash adapter you can get to use your PS4 stick on the Switch. It's like $15 or $30, and it works like a dream, according to my brother.
Nice.
So I think at some point I will have to pick up one of those adapters because I don't want to buy another fight stick because I have way too many in the house already.
God, they take up so much space.
Yeah. Okay, a couple more games here. One. This recently became free to play on the Switch. It's Paladins, and I played a little bit of Overwatch back in the day, but it just fell out of my rotation. And the appeal for me going into Paladins was it looks like Overwatch, but it's on the Switch, and to a large extent that holds true. It basically borrows. Oh, Someone says unscramble. Oh, Dark Diamond says unscramble dem adapters. I wonder if that is a Paladins reference. I don't actually know. Oh, Paladins. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So, generally it's the same team-based hero shooter. There's objectives you're trying to perform, and there's different characters. Some of the big differences is that Paladins has a ton of characters. I think it's like 40.
It's an unreasonable amount of
It
characters.
is a lot of characters. This one is set in medieval times. It has a MOBA style upgrading system. So as you hit people, you are earning currency, which you can use to buy upgrades throughout the game, and you can kind of customize your character as you go. And I think the biggest difference is that Paladins is free to play. So you can just hop in right now. You get access to 5 or 6 characters for free. You get all the game modes for free. And I still think Overwatch is the better game, but for the price of free, this is a really viable alternative, especially if you are like, man, I want to play Overwatch on the Switch, and Blizzard hasn't given us that opportunity yet. So if you haven't played Overwatch yet and you just try out Paladins and you like that, that's cool. But if you already have Overwatch, you probably don't need to play this.
Yeah. I feel like this game makes you feel real, like you're really good. Like if that makes sense, right? But it's kind of got that sort of old school sort of strafe shooting that you did in like Halo. And that sort of, I'm used to that. So when I played it, it was very sort of comforting when I found the controls, like, oh, I got this kind of thing. And then you just start slaying people and you feel like, wow, I am really good at this game.
Nice.
And, it doesn't stay like that for long, but when you start out, it's pretty gratifying.
Jett, have you played Battleborn?
I have not played Battleborn.
I've only played Battleborn, so like your description makes me kind of think of that game a bit more.
Okay.
I wonder if Overwatch, if Paladins is more Battleborn than Overwatch. Maybe it kind of is.
Maybe. I know that game Battleborn fell off a cliff, though I do have a friend.
The Overwatch cliff.
Yeah. I do have a friend who really liked Battleborn at the time.
Yeah. It was cool. Overwatch just overshadowed it. So unfortunate timing, really.
Yeah.
Really? Because it's not a bad game.
Yeah. Is it also free now? I don't know if it's free. Maybe it's just super cheap.
I think it's free and also
I thought it was
dead.
free.
Yeah, I think it's dead. Yeah, too bad.
Rip.
You just start up the game. It says "Why?" with a question mark.
It's just a page to go buy Overwatch.
Did you mean to buy Overwatch? No, I didn't.
Oh, that's
because I remember within a few months of that game coming out, the Steam charts had that game averaging like 10 players at a time.
So bad. It wasn't as bad from what I played. I was like, this is entertaining. It just seemed like slow, maybe, I guess, comparatively. And then it just fell down, and I never got back up.
Yeah, I would love to stream Paladins with you guys.
I'll do it. Yeah,
whenever.
Do it.
For sure.
Okay, but I didn't get to stream. We haven't streamed Paladins yet, but Jason did hop on, and we streamed Overwatch a little while back.
Oh yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Jason was on. Laura was on. We got to find a way to get Laura on the stream too.
Yeah, for sure. We got to just play around with the setup. Yeah. Oh wait, you mean this stream or like the Overwatch stream?
Both. Sure, she can. More than welcome to come on.
Maybe we'll see. I'll throw around that idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're totally on Overwatch all the time. We'll probably play tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
That's good. We saw you online. I'm like, oh my god, Jett's online. I have to play.
Stop everything you're doing. Honey.
I know. No, well, Laura and I, we were gonna play together. I'm like, oh, let's just play with him. She's like, yeah, okay. So, and then we invaded your stream with your cousin, I think.
Yeah. So, Dark Diamond says, "Is it me or I don't like Diva's attitude?" So she does definitely have an attitude that some people might take the wrong way, but everybody has a personality in some shape or form that some people will like and some people won't like. And for me, Diva is the greatest Overwatch character of all time. Was and forever will be. So
sure,
leave Diva alone.
Jett puts his stamp on it.
Diva is the cliche, I don't know, positive gamer, like knows that she's good.
Yeah. Trash talking and like her whole thing is being like an esports athlete, so
yeah, she's a StarCraft 2 player in the lore.
I mean, I don't know if I have much to add to the conversation around Overwatch other than like my cousin Jenna, who has like lifelong never played video games, to the point where to keep up with conversations, she'll just watch YouTube Let's Plays of other people playing games, and she got really into that. But then when she started dating Seb and he got really into games, she for some reason Overwatch clicked with her, and she has been asking me to play with her ever since. And I finally got around to it, though it took like 3 or 4 hours to install the patch because it was 24 gigs.
Oh, yeah, it's probably huge gigs.
Yeah.
Well, there's another patch now for the summer games, but I mean, they had all that stuff for free. So like when you were bringing up Paladins and like, oh yeah, it's free. Like you're absolutely right. But you know, you pay that $60, or if you get it on sale, like sometimes $30 for Overwatch, and then everything else is free.
Yeah,
and like new characters, new stages, new levels, new cosmetics, new events. That's a cool feature.
Yeah, that's where Paladins gets you. Is that for $35 to $40, you can get all of the characters, but then if you want all the cool cosmetics, it is a really slippery slope in that game. Versus Overwatch, where it's all free. I don't know how much of that is driven by loot boxes, but it's still.
Well, I mean, I guess everything's loot boxes is just cosmetic, but everything else is totally free.
Yeah,
so it's great. I know. I got to get my skins.
Oh, while we're talking about Paladins, I've heavily considered buying the characters in that game, but you have to do it through gems, which is the game's in-game system. And the way it portions off the gems, it costs 1,800 gems in order to buy all the characters. But then they give you a pack of 1,500 gems or 2,500 gems. So you can't actually buy the exact denomination you need. You're either buying way too much at 2,500 gems, or you're buying the 1,400 gems plus another 400 gems, which is almost the same price as buying 2,500 gems.
They did that on purpose.
Oh, they absolutely did.
Yeah.
That's how they get you. So, player beware if you are getting into Paladins, that there is some kind of shady stuff like that. But if you are playing it for free, then like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Fair enough. Just watching this makes you just want to play Overwatch.
Yeah. It is such a good game though too, Overwatch. I've played a little bit of it, but it's again one of those just like, man, like it shouldn't be this good. Like I shouldn't be this addicted to it like this quickly, you know?
Yeah,
we can't.
Sorry.
Go on. No, you
go. Like I fell out of my rotation, and like I had no peace with it. Like playing this game, I was like, wow, this is amazing and a lot of fun. And then playing with you guys for a couple hours, like totally reminded me, like, oh yeah, Overwatch is amazing, and I love this game.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta talk about your possibility of Overwatch League.
Oh
franchise.
Yeah, we're getting a Toronto Overwatch League team.
That's exciting.
I'm definitely going to pay more attention to Overwatch League now that it's local, and there's a chance that they'll be better than most of our local sports teams.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. Knock on wood.
Yeah. For sure.
We threw around some ideas for what the name of the team would be and logos.
Don't say it.
You can say it, Jason.
No, please. Canadian pride. It's all yours.
I can't remember. It was an amalgamation of like Drake says sorry for Beaver or something like that.
Yeah.
And then
something to do with a raptor in there somewhere.
Yeah, there's a raptor. Yeah. With the logo of being Drake in a wheelchair hiding a baby.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a flying Drake. Someone said it could be the Toronto Sorries, and I thought that was kind of funny. That's great. Now I'm excited. I think just in terms of Overwatch League expansions, I think that's the third team they're adding at least, and that's super cool. I feel like, it could have been like, after the first season it just fell off, but I feel like this is nice, good future, and I enjoyed watching. I watched plenty of matches. I watched the finals like live at like a restaurant. So
okay.
It was cool. Yeah, it was fun. I got super into it.
Yeah,
it'd be cool to talk about it more.
I'm very curious to see how that performs in the city. League of Legends was here a couple of years ago, and they sold out the ACC across multiple days. Or the Scotiabank. They sold out an arena multiple days.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's impressive.
So
yeah, what else do you say to that? I mean, that is the following behind this sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's probably nothing compared to what it is in like
other parts of the world.
Other parts of the world. I think this is probably calm compared to other places.
Yeah. You're right. We could talk about Overwatch all day. I could at least, yeah.
Yeah. we'll talk about one more game, and then we will move on to the surprise event of the evening. And I'm only bringing this up because John threw it out there in passing. Let's talk about some Halo 3.
Oh, jeez.
I happened to be streaming this with Yasha a couple weeks ago, my sister-in-law's boyfriend. We were watching Jim Lee's stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jim Lee, where he just draws stuff, and he drew Master Chief, and I was like, hey, dude, have you ever played Halo? And he was like, no. And I'm like, neither have I, but I
Really?
do have Halo. Yeah, no, So Halo came out during a time when I was a hardcore Nintendo loyalist, so I did not play pretty much anything on PS1 or PS2, and I also didn't play anything Xbox related. I think once I got the Xbox 360, I somehow stumbled on a Halo 2 disc, which I played for about 20 minutes before I was like, nah, this isn't for me. But so we finally tried some Halo 3, and we played the first 2 levels co-op. And at first it was like, okay, we're just like mindlessly walking through these scenarios, just mowing down these guys. And then the enemies started to get smarter, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And by the end of it, Yash and I were like, yeah, this is great. We should play more of this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I my experience with Halo is almost indefinitely just multiplayer, but fun. And I remember playing some of the matches, or some of the single player with my brother, because you could do the co-op campaigns like you guys were doing. Super fun. That was definitely a worthwhile experience. So
I remember one of the only, I think that I can remember, really the only time I've ever added people after a match as my friend so we could play again was in Halo. I mean, and I rarely do that because whatever. I have my group of friends that I play with or whatever. But yeah, that was the first time I was like, yeah, these guys are cool, like talking over the headsets, and add me as a friend. It was like it was one of the first times I've ever wanted to add somebody like that.
For sure. So Jett, you never played like Halo 2 or multiplayer or anything like that?
No.
Wow, it's crazy. It was such an experience. I feel like I was kind of the same way with you. Like I was pretty much Nintendo, and then I did a lot of Sony when Halo was out. But like the only Xbox game, like literally, was Halo 2. And like I would go to houses, we would do LAN parties. Yep.
Oh yeah.
That was an experience.
I was so stubborn in my Nintendo loyalism that I just like put my foot in the ground and said like, GoldenEye is the better game than Halo. I'm not gonna play this. And of course, history is proven me wrong on that, but that's okay.
No, that's okay. I mean, GoldenEye was great, but I just feel like Halo was, I don't know, Halo is Halo, dude. Yeah. It's definitive. So
are you guys
I'm glad you finally played it.
Are you guys excited for Halo Infinite?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty easy answer.
Never mind. I thought you were gonna keep going.
Jenna says she was terrible at Halo. My cousins were really into Halo. My cousins on my mom's side, oh man, it's kind of weird watching how they've grown up with video games, because my cousin Kyle has been playing Call of Duty since he was like 5 years old, and so like his basis of video games is like Call of Duty, Halo 3, Call of Duty. And now his younger brother is like Call of Duty, Fortnite.
Yeah, for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned to you guys on one of the other podcasts where I went to a Sega Beach and all of the stores were selling Fortnite merchandise, like Fortnite tank tops and Fortnite backpacks and T-shirts and everything. Yeah. So they're really trying to cash in on this Fortnite empire.
As they should. Actually, I was talking, Jenna, my cousin Brittany, who's in Texas. She is a grade 1 teacher, and she recently came up to town, and I was like, hey, what are grade 1 students into? And she was like, Fortnite. That's it. That's all they ever talk about.
She sounds so disappointed. Yeah.
Not learning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll learn what a Fortnite actually is.
Right? Yeah. Listen, you can play Fortnite when you can tell me the definition, son.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, are you guys ready to play a game? You viewers at home can also play along. You will type your answers in the chat. I'm not going to keep track of it. You guys can keep track of your own scores, but Jason and John I will keep track of. So,
all right, let's do this.
I don't have a good name for this. I just called it Let's Go Shopping. So what's going to happen here is a couple of months ago, I pulled a couple of listings on Craigslist for assorted gaming-related items that were for sale. And it's going to be multiple choice, and you are going to guess what the price of the thing was.
Oh my
Now,
God,
is
we
this in
have
American
score
dollars?
trackers.
It is American dollars. So,
Oh, that's my advantage.
John, you are at a bit of a disadvantage here. But
Jason.
I know. Sorry.
next time we do this, we will play in Canadian dollars. But for now,
Okay.
it is American, and John's name is out of place, and that's going to drive me nuts. So, let's move that over here.
It's great.
All right, are you guys ready to play Let's Go Shopping or whatever the heck this game is? Let me just.
I'm ready.
Okay, let me just double
was
check.
born ready.
There's the answers there. These are Jason's scores. It's 5 rounds. Okay, all that stuff is working. All right,
Okay.
so the first item up for sale is this Nintendo Pikachu Virtual Pet. I don't know if you guys remember this from back in the
I
day.
had one of these.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It
Okay.
took off on sort of the Tamagotchi experience.
Yeah. And so I've got the
Hmm.
description here. It works perfectly. I freshly replaced the battery and have a spare one that you can have
Oh my
as
God,
well.
Jett.
Oh, good. Oh, good. You never
Uh,
want to run out of spare batteries for
yeah,
your.
yeah.
Okay, I have to give you all the information so you can make an
Yeah, I
informed
know.
decision. So,
Okay.
is it A, $15, B, $25, C, $30, or D, $40?
I'm gonna say 25. B.
Man, you're testing my collecting capabilities here. Pokemon is super sought after. I'm gonna say it's D40.
Really? Okay.
D40. Okay. All right. I see Jenna has said A in the chat. $15.
Ooh.
We got a bunch of different answers.
She's gonna be
here.
right.
Dark Diamond, you're gonna have to get your answer in here like real quick. I
remember this thing. It's so funny. I remember I had my mom had it too. I make her play it
What?
when I was at school. Yeah.
Wait.
Gotta keep it alive.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Get those points, man.
Oh man. So you had your mom babysitting your.
Well, like, but it wouldn't like die. You know, it was just like I wanted to shake it so I would get. I don't know what they're called. Points basically to
Yeah.
get like stuff in the game. Yeah.
Okay. Dark Diamond says B.
Okay.
$25. So the
All right.
correct answer is C. $30. I should have wrote down the
Oh
answer
my
there. So
God,
nobody gets it
Oh.
right.
$30.
No one got it right. No points.
Sad.
Terrible.
Sad.
Man,
Man,
a spare battery.
that's so funny. Yeah. The battery was what it was, dude.
Yeah, that pushed
Threw
it
me
over
off.
the.
Yeah.
See, if it didn't have a spare battery, I'd have been right. $25, guys.
You're right. I think you're right. Half a
Okay.
point for John.
No, I didn't make graphics for half a point. So,
I got robbed, Jason. I got robbed.
all right.
We'll keep it in our mind. Yeah.
Number 2, round 2. It is the Vintage Aura Interceptor Game Vest. If you read an EGM in the 90s, you probably saw this thing and were like, what the hell is this? It's basically a subwoofer that you strap to your back. So-
That's a really good way to put it.
Yes, it was a way of being able to feel the game before rumble packs and before, I don't know, full body suits that give you the feeling of
Wow.
things. I'm looking at this description on the box. Feel punches, explosions, kicks,
Yeah.
uppercuts, slam dunks, crashes, body blows, and more.
Why would you
Wow.
want to feel this pain? I don't understand. Oh my God.
Yeah, more immersed in the game. So here's the description. It has all of the components and the original box.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay.
Did this
That's
cost?
good to know.
A, $20, B, $40, C, $35, or D, $50.
It's basically a subwoofer on your back with straps. So
Yes.
how expensive could it be?
I don't
I'm
know,
gonna
man.
say
Like,
C.
okay.
John says C.
Oh my God. That box though. People love to collect the box.
That is true.
I'm gonna say B. $40.
B.
Ooh, it's a $5 difference.
I know.
Jenna
Oh,
says D.
jeez.
Dark Diamond, make it quick.
Make it quick.
B. Okay.
Mm, yeah.
Correct answer is, and I'm
gotta
mad I
be.
did put the graphic in. So it's $50.
Oh,
Oh man.
So Jenna gets a point. Everybody else, you guys didn't get anything.
we're
Scoreless
terrible.
game, man.
Can you throw some like PlayStation games up there where I know the price and I can get
Have
it?
you have you guys seen that thing where what is it? Bill Gates tries to guess the price of real supermarket items or whatever. Oh man,
Oh, it's so great.
uh,
I feel like he's kind of trolling in it, like just to be funny.
he
but,
has
yeah.
to be.
Yeah. No one's that disconnected from society.
Okay, here we
Okay.
go. Round 3. We've
Alright, we're
got
gonna get one
Star
of these.
Wars Rogue Squadron for the
Ooh.
Nintendo 64.
There you go.
All right.
I enjoyed that game a lot.
I have not played any of the Rogue Squadron games.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
All right. So up for sale is Star Wars Rogue Squadron for N64. I don't have a console to test it, but would be happy to give you your money back.
See, this leads me to believe that this game was just sitting around the house somewhere.
Yeah.
With no system.
Here, I can answer first in case that's gonna change your thought. What is our choice? I have an idea in mind.
Okay. Is it A,
Yeah.
$8, B, $12, C, $15, D, $18?
Okay, I'm probably overanalyzing this, but I can see in the picture it's got a Nintendo's Player's Choice thing on there, which lowers the price.
Okay.
Lowers the price from the original. I'm gonna say it's. Damn it, Jett. I'm gonna say it's $8. A.
$8.
Oh, I was gonna say A too. Okay, I'm gonna go B.
No, you can say A. That's fine. If you think...
Well, okay, let's do A2 then. Why not?
Okay, so we've got three
Dollars.
A's, and Jenna says B in the chat. And the
Oof.
correct
I was
answer
between A and B.
is A,
Yeah.
$8.
Yeah, I called it.
Jason gets a point. John gets
yeah.
a point. And Dark Diamond,
Nice.
you put a question mark on your A. I don't know if I should count that.
I don't think
also-
if you
I don't know if you
gets
get a
half
point.
too. Yeah.
Maybe at most half a point, but
Dark Diamond, you gotta commit.
yeah.
Hey, can I take his half a point and my half a point and make a whole point?
No.
Okay.
Wait, so you guys haven't played any of the Rogue Squadrons, or just this one?
No, I have not played any of them.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, is it Rogue Leader? I think is the one on the GameCube. Was
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal, and like as a launch game, I think that's one of the best games on the entire system. It is so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're 100%
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah, absolutely worth everything that game is. So cool.
Okay, I've seen one of the Rogue games on GameCube at my local game store, and I'm like, I probably should get this at some point.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, even if it's the third one, like the Rebel Strike, I think that pretty much includes all the stuff from Rogue Squadron. Anyways, that's still a really good game.
Okay.
Worth your time.
At some point, I will do it. I need to, 1, get a Nintendo 64, and 2, just be like, all right, fine, I'm going to play these retro games. All right, so this is the second last round. All right?
Oh no!
This
need
is
more.
the Mario Kart GP2 arcade machine.
Ooh.
Now, is this handmade?
No.
Okay.
I think these are... This is
That looks like an authentic cab.
a
Yeah.
Nintendo / Bandai Namco collaboration. Pac-Man, I'm pretty sure, is in this game. I've played this a few times at the arcade.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here's the description. Has recently been upgraded to a 26-inch arcade-style
Ooh.
LCD, not PC. Triforce board system was just serviced by Speedies in Illinois, and has the typical camera issue as most Mario Karts.
I was literally thinking, how is the camera?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Was it
Cool.
Okay.
A, $3,000, B, $2,500, C, $3,500, or D, $4,000?
Oh man.
I'm thinking B.
It's a single unit. I'm gonna go with C, 35.
Okay. Let's give Jenna and Dark
Jenna
Diamond
C.
a chance. Jenna says C.
Okay. Yeah. I think
And
the
Dark
game is
Diamond
really
also
good.
says C.
Yeah.
I'm
Ooh,
outnumbered here, Jett.
pressure's on.
Correct answer is $3,000.
No.
No one got it right. The correct answer was A.
Jeez.
This isn't looking good, Jason.
I know.
Oh
Sadness.
man, at best you guys are going to tie on this final question unless we have some sort of system. All right, let's just play for fun. I will think about rules next time. I think the fun is going to come from this final one. The final thing on our shopping list today is a whole video game store. Look at that face
God.
of Sean.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my god.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
All right. Now,
Wait, what are we looking at? What
Okay.
do they got?
Selling the whole business with inventory and equipment. Business has been up and running since 2002 and still does very well. Owner has moved on to other things and giving someone an opportunity to profit just like he did.
Huh.
So it
so
looks
you're
like
basically saying, "Oh man, I got a store here. I got to get rid of. I hope somebody buys it from me."
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Wow,
Cool.
that is a lot of stuff. I can't even imagine where you'd start to price this.
Yeah.
That's like half of what I have.
Yeah, so you're getting it.
Okay.
That's just your
Oh my gosh.
Nintendo collection.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
So now, is this? He's saying the whole business. So is this the store, the everything? You're taking over the lease of the
the seed and
space, everything.
Everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What do we got, Jett?
All right. Is it A, $90,000, B, $99,000, C, $110,000, or D, $100,000?
I am gonna go with. Why is there $1,000 difference? I'm gonna go with D. I'm going with D. $100,000.
I'm gonna say B.
I feel like those two are like good, like selling points. Like, oh, this is only $100,000.
Yeah, 99 is not quite 100,000. Doesn't look as bad.
Yeah, exactly. But 100,000 is so smooth.
It is. It's a real nice number to work with.
It's true.
All right. Jenna says A, and Dark Diamond says B. Final answer. Final round.
Okay.
Someone might win it here. The correct answer is $100,000.
Oh, yeah! All right.
Jason said D. He gets the point, and he wins at least among the Boss Rush
by
crew.
$1,000.
Congratulations.
What do I
Jason,
win?
you can have my package of dill pickle popcorn shaker mix as a prize.
Sure.
Funny story, I actually ate the popcorn without putting the mix on, and I forgot to put that it was in my pocket.
You can put it on whatever you want.
You can.
Yeah. I'll mix it in my coffee.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
yeah, good
fun.
game, man.
good game, everybody.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that.
GG.
I'm hoping
that
we
was
can
fun.
do more of these on the stream. I think anytime we don't have a topic of the week, I'm going to try and set up something like this. Maybe it's not this exact game, but I like the idea of playing like a game show. Sort of deal.
Yeah,
sure, that was fun. And man, like going through the posts, I'm trying to find cool things that people are selling, and the fact someone's selling their store on Craigslist, like what?
Like yeah. That's great.
That is insane.
Nice. That was fun.
All right, we are going to close out the show. Let me just click some stuff here and put the outro on. I lost the. Where is
Carmen Sandiego?
Where is the? Damn it! I lost the. There it is. Okay, just the outro message. Before we go, Jason, is there anything you want to plug?
Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, so I've been a little neglecting on Downstab because I've been fostering more so the Tumblr and partly Instagram that I follow for games. So Tumblr mostly because that's where I have all my arcade stuff, and I just did California Extreme 2 weeks ago with all those arcade cabinets. So check that out. It's tumblr.com/aworldofgames. It's all one word, and it's all just original content from arcade posts, like pictures, marquee art, sideboard cabinets, things like that. A whole bunch of new and retro games are up there, so check it out.
Okay. John, anything you wanted to plug or shout out?
I got nothing much going on, but yeah, check me out on Instagram and all that fun stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, whatever you want.
All right. As for me, I do have a written Overcooked 2 review coming soon, and of course, lots of videos on the YouTube channel, on the Twitch channel. And on the site specifically, I haven't talked about this to anybody yet. I am working on a collaboration with some other content creators that should be on each other's respective sites in the near future. So look out for that.
Cool.
Yeah, and
good stuff, Jett.
At some point, I hope I can bring them on the show as well. I know they have said they are working on their streaming stuff, but adding some more people to the mix, the more the merrier.
Definitely.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Jenna, if you ever want to come on the show, you got the camera, you can come on. I know, Laura should be on the show too for sure.
Maybe too shy, but we'll see.
Okay, cool. And with that, let's close it out. I'm really hungry. I didn't get a chance to eat dinner. The timing worked out. We watched Crazy Rich Asians and then got here and started filming, so I didn't really get a chance to eat anything. Crazy Rich Asians is really good, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Yeah.
Jason, do you plan on going?
We're thinking about it. We actually kind of have like a not movie pass, but something similar that we do. So
Okay.
we have a couple free movie tickets. So maybe we'll go sometime soon.
I thought Laura would have like felt an obligation to do it for the culture.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. If nothing else, I mean, the story looks fine. Like I think it's an entertaining looking movie. Just getting over there is the hard part.
Okay. Oh, Jenna says one more thing. Overwatch sometimes. I'm free Sunday. Also, Crazy Rich Asians was nice. Worth the price of admission.
And also the first Asian movie, I believe we said in 25 years with an all Asian cast, or the first major Hollywood movie with an all Asian cast. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. I can dig. What was the other movie?
Yeah, really, that's the question. I don't know.
Is it like Crouching Tiger? No, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was newer than that, and that wasn't Hollywood.
That wasn't Hollywood. Yeah, but that was a great movie though.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Joy Luck Club. Thank you,
That's what
Jenna.
it was.
Jenna, shout out. In the chat.
Joy
nice.
Luck. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's good information.
Nice.
Thanks, Jenna.
Yeah. Maybe.
Cool.
One of these days, maybe I'll just quiz you on something completely unrelated to video games, just for fun.
Yeah.
Just to play the game.
Why not?
Yeah, sure. All right.
As long as it's multiple choice, I can guess.
Yeah, you got. As long as I have 4 choices, I'm good.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Cool. All right. So until next time, I'm Jett. He's Jason. He's John, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Hold on. I gotta put up the end screen. There it is. All right, and now we're out.